Hello, and welcome to the circus. It's Sunday, so it is our Stitch and Kvetch, and Loki is so excited. He's like, but human, I've been waiting so patiently for snackies. Can we have some snackies now? Please give me snackies. Snackies. Yes, Loki. We can have snackies. Freya Fruffers, would you like some snackies? Let's see if your sister's gonna show up. Freya Fruffers! I guess not. All right. We'll hold off in case she comes for more snackies. Oh, good hugs. Hugs. I need hugs. I need hugs. She gonna come for snackies? I thought I heard her. I thought I heard her. There she is. Hold on. Baby doobies. Good boy. So handsome. We don't have any sponsors, but Greenies, if you want to sponsor us, we'll take one. Or Friskies, because Freya Fruffers loves her kitty Dorito snacks. All right. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, replay crew. Welcome, my Rumblers. Thank you to the whole 9 of you over there now that since the last time I checked. If we get 91 more, we'll start live streaming on Rumbles because I'm not paying $10 a month. And thanks for our 170 Rumbles. That is amazing. Thanks to everybody who watches on the YouTubes. If you want some more short pictures stuffs, follow us over on the Instagrams. And if you want to help support this tiny channel of ours, click my affiliate links in the downstairs for this amazing streaming software, Wave.video, and HTLT Subs, my favorite protein powder. That's what I've got to say about that. And for those who happen to see the thumbnail for this week's episode, we are going to floss my stays because I sewed these channels on there and then the bias tape and missed some of the tops, so the bones stick out in funny places. So it's like, well, that will give me the perfect opportunity to practice a flossing pattern. I've decided to go with this one. It's not focusing very well, but I can see it, which is what really matters here. Oh, excuse me. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, take a breath. Chill out. Okay, I preloaded some blue embroidery floss because I was trying to save you all from having to watch me pretend to quickly thread needles online. Words. So let's Okay, so how's everybody's week going? What's everybody working on? What's everybody sipping on? What room in your house are you watching from? Are you in the bathtub? Are you cooking? Are you sleeping? Are you hanging out in the living room? Where is it? Where is it? Because it amuses me how people ask where they are, but honestly, I don't want you to dox yourselves, and I kind of don't care. Don't tell. Okay, come on. We are starting off that, well, because there's fluff on my thread. Okay. Look, you're making it so I should sit back so you can get in frame a little bit better. Yes, have I not figured out how the white balance in this room based on this position? You are correct. We're working on it. But did we remember to show up? Yes. So, huzzah. Yup. Always remember to floss your stays. So, where does this... So from my understanding, actually, from what I see, flossing is to help support the bones so that they don't poke through. In this case, we're doing it after the fact where I know bones have poked through, so I'm like, how can we fix this? Let's try flossing. And see if that will help to save this project. Am I disappointed? No, not really. Was I prepared for things to go completely awry and be havoc filled? Yes. Because that is just who I am. One, two, three, where's four? Okay. And then we do some crissy-crossy things. Okay, wow, we are just full of words of wisdom this morning, aren't we? Oh, this pattern's just going to create itself. No, you do intention. We'll figure it out. All right, so what's going on here? Oh, I mean, I guess the most exciting things from the week were Nate the Lawyer versus Christopher Bouzy from Bot Sentinel, who I'm starting to think doesn't spot bots, but they're actually, I think, a bot farm. Yep, I said it. I think there's something weird going on there. And I don't think Bouzy knew what he was getting into when he decided to take on LawTube. Because if I know a little bit enough to be dangerous, pissing off a group of well-educated lawyers, probably not in your best interest. Man, did he step in it. And Nate is... Nate's legal team is the First Amendment Dream Team. I'm going to forget the name of the firm, but I know that his lead counsel is Ron Coleman, who is just on the top of his game. It's argued and won cases in the Supreme Court. And yeah, it's going to be expensive, but worth it. And he just needs to be learned that you can't, I don't know. He just made some bad choices. And just all the things that he said about Nate. I mean, and Nate's very, in his interview that I didn't fully watch but heard Eric Hunley and he discussing, Nate's transparent about his upbringing and past experiences. As anybody who has used their past to guide them and use that to make you better. Your past is not it. It's nothing that he's ashamed of. He's just who he is. And that's great. And right now that's even, I don't know if Nate's the worst of Bouzy's problems with his possible problems in the EU from the way they use and store data. Yeah. I don't know what... I don't think he knew what he stepped into. But he will be finding out shortly the full ramifications, because and in that same vein, poor Tug being doxxed again by Taylor Lorenz in the Washington Post. It's just crazy. That poor human just needs to be left alone. I mean, we put ourselves out there, so we're open to some critique and commentary. Hopefully people do it. Comment on... I'm such a nobody. Nobody barely even leaves me a comment or knows who I am, so that's that, because I'm a nobody fluencer, but... Ay. Tug has just been run around crazy. And I'm trying to pick out a knot because I should have cut this shorter and I didn't. And my attempts at grifting are terrible. I would like to get in on these Bouzy bucks, but I also am fine with Bouzy not knowing who I am because I do not play in the cesspool that is the Twitters. it's enough to try to be present on the social medias I am participating in. And yeah. There we go. Alright, we're gonna end this one off and see how it holds. But we just did this, it turns out like a little focus on me. Little cross-hatchy thingy. I know how to do it better the next time. It was so hard not having a good sewing video to get myself psyched up for this morning. So again, had to watch some old Uncle Roger and laugh about all the jokes about the white powder that is the magical MSG. Okay. Well, I guess I should do the bottom. We'll do. Let's start with the tops, then we'll go to the bottoms. That's what she said. Oh my gosh. Yeah, something happened on Racket's stream the other night. I don't know. They looked like they were having fun. I remember falling asleep to it and catching some clips of it after the fact, but it sounds like Faran has got a new job in DC and she's going to be moving back there. And I don't know what was going on, but she was having oodles of fun and people were trying to hold that against her, which is weird. And Racket's stream is always like Thunderdome, so yeah, I don't know. Okay, this one we're going to be a little bit more careful on because I actually do need to get this bone to not poke me. But yeah, Legal Mindset was there, Faran was there. It looked like they were having a grand old time. Oh, and they were yelling over each other. It was too much. Rekita's from 2 nights ago. He pulled it because people were being mean to Faran afterwards or in the comment section, so he privated it because they were trying to use some of the shenanigans. I mean, there was can I redo it? There was a part where Racket said something and she was like, on the floor in her room. Yes! There was Faran just like, yeah, you come get it. People were trying to use it to say that she had no integrity, I think, and were trying to get her new employer to fire her. Was like, just stop with this bullshit. You can't talk to me like this. You need to talk to me in the chats and make sure that I've got a viewer, because right now nobody's paying attention to me. You are paying attention to me, not in the way that's going to help me ever get monetized. Oh, but there was some, yeah. People just don't know how to take a joke anymore. Everybody's just too sensitive and leads with their Oh, did I? It was just crazy. I could not believe it. I do have to say, I'm glad that Viva and Barnes are doing so well on Rumble, but I kind of miss watching them, and I don't see them as much now that they show most of their shows primarily on Rumble. And having to wait to the next day, if at all, to catch it on the YouTubes is, I don't know. Just good for them, but bad for me. Oh, let's get back to grifting and trying to get some boozy bucks. Who the heck does this person think going after the sweetest, most drawing behind the ear baby YouTuber, lawyer, boss attorney Bree? That is just throwing mud. And he's like, oh, misogyny, oh, racism. Well, boss attorney Bree is a young black lawyer. What professional degree do you have, Christopher Bouzy? Do you have $500,000 worth of law school debt? Probably not. Leave the poor human alone. Because you know what that makes you look like? A big misogynistic bully. If you ask my unhumble opinion, it makes you look like a jerk. In the same way going after Nate, too. We already talked about that, but still, like, oh my god. It just, you are doing to people what you're accusing others of doing, and you're getting called out on it. I'm calling you out on it, and nobody's paying attention to me. But you know what? I see your bullshit, and I'm raising you 5. 5 what? I don't know. But I'm here for the grifting of the boozy bucks. Not that I'm monetized and anybody's paying me for my stitching and bitching. My only satisfaction is getting to stab my needle through the fabric while I complain about you and end up with a beautiful flossing on my stays. Hold on, I'm having technical difficulties. I'll be right back. Where's my technical difficulties button? All right, we're back. We're back. Yep, all right. Grifting on the boozy. Yup. Boss attorney Bree. Yup. Can't stop, won't stop, boozy. Yeah. I'm curious because I was listening to the black belt barrister, and I still don't fully understand what is it, the GDRP or whatever, that he violations from the UK and EU, that he might also be in trouble there. I'm American, so I don't understand foreign policies. But yeah, my sense is hopefully he's got some deep pockets somewhere, because I think he's going to have some big bills that he's actually going to have to pay here pretty soon. So, good luck, Boozy. I wish your family well, and I hope that your shit gets figured out. In other irreverent news, Pimpcast. Gosh. Oh, right. It was this week. Sean from Potentially Criminal, Rob from Law and Lumber. Did Racket stop by that stream later too? And Andrew Legal Mindset. there's somebody else there. I can't remember, but I don't even know what else I was going to say about that, but just Pimpcast. Oh, we just can't get off of Amber Heard shenanigans shits, because then this week was the Discovery Plus documentary, which I didn't realize that Emily D. Baker, like, they actually did a formal interview with her, which is great, because I know, what was that one woman, House and Habit, who alleges that her interview got chopped up in such a way that it was not, that she got misconstrued. And there was a couple of YouTubers who they'd, Loki's leaving me, had emailed to see if they wanted to participate and downright said they weren't interested, and still used clips from their streams and pre-records after they declined their permission, and then used their content and then tried to copyright claim the original streams. Warner Brothers, Disney Plus. You don't get this both ways. If you're going to claim fair use, they get to claim fair use. And fake. It's just what what's happening here? So there needs to be some better something. Something needs something. And in other YouTube news, the new way to get monetized, 1,000 subscribers and 10 million views on shorts in 3 months. I've been stuck at trying to get my lucky number 13th follower for months now. It just... I mean, I realize I'm a nobody. Maybe my thumbnails are crap. My content nobody likes because I'm... What, are they going to try to call me a new misogynistic right-wing neocon? Which, you know me, that's not really how I that's not how I identify. But I don't know. Go, shoo fly, don't bother me. Yeah, it's too much. And the way that YouTube, to dance around things. So I watched, Sydney Wallace, her video from the other day. The way, and the video was on some very important, serious subject matter regarding, I mean, it's serious that she got kicked off of Patreon for her beliefs. And the people that are still on there for what they're doing, that you have to, the euphemisms that need to be used to share important things, that she has to call little people, kids, pudding people, and prawn and pudding people shouldn't have to be in the same sentence. And I mean, that's a lot to unpack in the first place. But the weird dolls that are available on Etsy that I am not going to run down to the rabbit hole to look at because, yeah, I don't want that in my search history. And grow ho 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 ho's. ugh. But it makes it makes serious things sound like a joke, and they're horribly serious, and it's not a joke, and I'm mad. Okay. Yeah, we talked about Bot Sentinel. I'm pretty sure that they are a bot farm. They create bots to harass people, allegedly. And I accidentally watched Michelle McDaniels by myself this morning because I thought she was going to be too triggering for humans. And there's all the hoopla about the new Little Mermaid live action movie, how they changed how things are not the same as the cartoon version, let alone, do we forget that Disney doesn't own fairy tales? Disney didn't write them. They rewrote them from Hans Christian Andersen and the Brothers Grimm and others. So Disney doesn't own them. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, because there's that all the hoopla of she doesn't have her red hair, or why does she look like that? You know what? Who cares? You don't like it, don't go to see it. You can choose where you spend your money and how you want to what you want to do with it. I'm not keen on spending gajillions of dollars just to go to the movies anyway, where I'm going to be uncomfortable in the weird chairs. I'd rather wait till I can stream something that I'm interested in and sit in my living room and do whatever I want while I'm watching a movie. Yeah. So it makes it that kind of kind of brings me down to this next piece that I don't know what my last talking point was going to be, but this notion that I was thinking about of cultural appropriation versus cultural amalgamation versus cultural assimilation. So I, in my humble, irreverent opinion, the United States is a matchup of cultural assimilation. Most people know what a bagel is. Bagel's not uniquely American, it's Jewish. People know what lasagna is. Lasagna is not American, it's Italian. Same with pizza. The American Chinese food actually is American because they don't really eat, they have different food that they eat in China, and they're like, we can sell this too silly American. Oops, it was not pretending to be Auntie Helen. Don't come for me. But I mean, what makes America great is that we can take all of these cultural things, throw them into a bag, and make them into something that's uniquely American. I'm not in for. So that okay, so the other piece of this story is where I grew up, there's the story from the Haudenosaunee people about how this beautiful young girl was so beautiful that she spent all of her time at the creek admiring her beauty instead of helping her mother, watching her brother, doing the tasks that the community needed her to be doing. And to punish her, Great Spirit took away her eyes so that she couldn't spend all of her time looking at herself anymore. And that story, I have heard it since I was a little kid, and it kind of stuck with me. Also, dolls with eyes are creepy, is the other piece of it in my worldview. I don't like dolls with eyes. I have some dolls with eyes, but I think some of them are scary. So when I make stuffies or doll-like critters, I frequently skip the eyes. Because I can. I don't need to do it. But I'm not appropriating that. It's just that it stuck with me and it became assimilated into my learning because I heard it at this historic preservation site. We were there multiple times a year. I think part of the reason I also love hula hooping was when I was a little kid, seeing the hoop dancers and just being so in awe of their skills, their tricks, the little kids who are grown up in my age now who are still probably dancing at powwow and are probably highly decorated athletes and awarded for their skill. I love it. I don't try to replicate first people hoop dance, but did it inspire me to pick up hoops and learn how to do tricks? You betcha. 100%. That was influential on me. I don't dress up in traditional regalia. That doesn't belong to me. I don't attempt to copy their traditional dances. But do I play with hoops? Yes. I need to do more because I'm feeling like I'm getting pudgy and not happy with my lack of skill advancement and my body composition, but that's a me problem. And where was I going? Yeah, so I learned how to do beading from first people beaders. Like, so much of the things that I do now, besides learning from my grandmothers or being self-taught, it was learning from people who thought that it was important to them to share this skill and knowledge to everybody, that they weren't just trying to, keep it in the dark for just like certain cultures. They wanted everybody was welcome to learn. Do I use their traditional patterns and design motifs? No, but do I use the techniques? Yes. I mean, I can't. It's who taught me. Ow! Damn fly! Stop touching me! I don't like you. Get away from me! Please close the door so the flies stay out. Sorry for yelling for those of you who are on your ear pods. And it makes it why I want to, if I, going back and forth about the foundations revealed, costume competition, doesn't really, I don't necessarily need my work to be judged, but I do want to make some traditional Slavic costumes. Is it going to be just from one Slavic country? Probably not, because the Vyshyvanka is Ukrainian, the Sarafan is Russian, the apron that I liked is Polish. Did my family come from all of those places? Because Slavs, we got run over by everybody, and borders changed, and yeah, borders changed, and cultural groups got shifted into different places, which is partly why we have a whole bunch of the shenanigans going on now that we do, because orders are arbitrary, and I want to honor all of my ethnic heritage. I mean, I could make 5 gajillion costumes, but I want to get this project finished in my lifetime. So I'm going to take, that fly is going to drive me crazy, my favorite pieces from all of them and enjoy my amalgamated assimilation of things rather than needing to be this ethnic purist, which kind of caused us some problems in the past. Fly, will you get off the lens of my camera? I'm talking to you, and the fly is ignoring me. Wow, I need to find something happy to talk about for a few minutes, because I need some happy stitches. These stitches are getting angry. Oh, what did you just do? Nothing. Okay. Ooh. Take that back. Ouch. Jiminy Christmas. Yep, time to get happy again, because when you're so angry, mistakes sometimes happen. Fortunately, that was not the most catastrophic issue that could have happened, but... Okay, deep breaths. I'm just losing my needle here. Yeah, it's kind of like if you go traveling and get a piece of jewelry or a scarf when you're in India, a beautiful silk scarf in India. You might not wear it like oh my gosh, a sari, but you can still appreciate it and enjoy it. I don't know. Just be thoughtful. Maybe that's what it is. Just be thoughtful and try not to be an asshole. Is that too much to ask for? I'm gonna just make some happy stitches here. Some happy flossing stitches to help keep my bones in place so they don't poke me in my armpits. Is this all a little bit for naught because these stays don't fit me correctly? A little bit. However, I had to practice, and I had to practice these skills so that the next time things go better. But you gotta start somewhere. We're never perfect in the beginning. And if somebody says that they are, they're probably lying. We're making some pretty good progress, though. We got one half of one top done. I know I didn't have anything to show off for my completed works because I didn't finish anything this week. And the only other project I worked on is similar to the spoiler project that I showed at the middle end of last week, that in the random event that that household might be watching, I didn't want any spoilers. So I had nothing to show you. And so next week, I do not know what my streaming schedule is going to be like. Things are probably going to be a little bit wonky. I am probably going to try to squeeze in some live streams because on Friday I realized I got so excited to be able to sit and ramble to you all while we did our sewing lessons. So I'm kind of hooked on live streaming. Though, stay tuned because Human and I started a new series that I think we are going to debut on this Wednesday. So stay tuned for the first episode of Weird Food Wednesday, and I'll let you try to guess what that show is going to be about. So keep your eyes peeled for some not sewing content, because I know everybody's like, niche down, and then they get so niche and get bored of doing the same content that they sprout back up and become a lifestyle personality channel. And who am I but a lifestyle and a personality? So that's fun. It's going to be a fun series. So I think you should all stay tuned for that. You'll laugh. You might cry. You might be inspired. Okay. Well, we are almost a quarter of the way done with our flossing. Wow, now the light looks better. I need to. We'll figure it out. And the seasons are changing, so the light's going to be changing. So it's just all sorts of funness. I'm not ready to. Oh no, Fall Behind. That's the one I like. It's the spring ahead that I'm like, F you, lost hour of sleep. Is my Queen of Apple Hearts Tarts costume going to be ready by the end of October? I have no idea, but soon I will have more time in the mornings to selfishly sew for myself again, because I had to take a pause to finish up some things for some small humans. But we'll get back to it. It's so hard to think about the outside of the costume because I keep getting stuck on like, but I don't like my underwear, but I don't like this, but I don't like that. I want a more durable corset that doesn't have sequins that's ruining the fabric. Not that it matters because I have so much of that green. I can easily make 100 green corsets if my heart desired. But I think it's so comfortable to wear that I think just a plain hard wearing canvas one for daily wear would be a good idea. Let's see here. Just looking at old notes to see if there was anything exciting that I could. No. All these things that I was going to do as pre-films that actually turned into my Shop My Stash Saturday series because still I'm too lazy to edit things because I love everybody's beautiful curated videos. I don't got time or patience for that shit. But I love them. But though the stuff that you don't see is these types of shenanigans where it like you get knots in your stuff, you get confused, you rip stuff out, and there's something live theater, live concerts, performing on stage, performing live on camera versus watching a movie or a film that's like all curated. It's this gets my heart aflutter. So this is what I do. And I appreciate everybody who takes time while they're doing other things, I hope, to hang out with me. And I appreciate all you 6 or 7 people who come back to check out my YouTube stuffs. I see you in my analytics section that I hound multiple times a day when my computer's on to see, did I get any more views? Did somebody watch me in the past hour? I know these things. I creepy check my analytics. It doesn't change very quickly, but I do it. So I appreciate you. All right, let's get this half done and I'll do it. We'll see. I like switch my flossings pattern after that first 2 because I was like, this one's too confusing. Yes. Does it matter? No. Because corsets and stays got flossed however you want to. There's some beautiful intricate patterns. There's just these simple things. And I honestly just need it to be durable and functional. I need this to do its job and keep the stays from poking me. Because I should have sewn things better the first time. You know. You don't learn unless you fuck it up first. No, this channel is not intended for children. We swear here. Okay. All right, let's see what this looks like so far. Just making sure I didn't put my needle in my water glass. All right. Well, I think we're going to call it a show. So don't wait till tomorrow when you can be fabulous today. And do not be laughing at others unless you're able to step back and laugh at yourself first. All right. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Bye.